Welcome back to Generation Y. We are talking about performing artists in Kenya, and in studio I'm joined by Mama Sarakasi. She's also known by that name, and also she's also known by Marion Sarakasi. Marion, before we went on break, you were saying that partnership is a very important factor when it comes to running the Sarakasi Trust and everything. And the cultural entrepreneurship that you do, is it giving results? Are the youth that are involved in this, are they giving back the results that should be? Because I'm sure the capital that they're getting to run the cultural entrepreneurship comes from the trust.
Yeah.
Is it giving results?
Yes, it does. I mean, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of artists that have gone through either our exchange programs, we have been sent them on contracts, or have been come in as trainees. And many of them have earned good money, and with that money have embarked on other projects, or are still performing artists. And we've seen people grow. The way we've seen people grow within Sarakasi is like when you can come in as a dancer and dance for us for some time. If you want to become a trainer or a choreographer, that is possible. We also involve our artists in any other aspect what we do. If you would come to Sawa Festival or to any activation we do at the Dome, the ones you see at the security, behind the bar, the hostesses, the crew building up, it's artists. It's all part of the Sarakasi family, yes. So they learn other skills and we pay them. So they still, they still get money. And in that way, it is becoming an industry. And it's not only Sarakasi, because you're mentioning partnerships. Of course, we are partnering. We want to partner with recording studios and other art groups. And, whenever we even have workshops, like trainers from outside, we invite like other dance groups or other acrobat groups, for example, to come and learn from that as well. Because I think everything starts with learning a certain skill and just, elevate yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you manage risk? Because I know in partnerships come in and sponsors want to support a program. There has to be sometimes, of course, you go on losses because you invest in places that do not give back results. How do you manage that?
You have to calculate your risks. Before you, again, it's like with any business you do, before you embark on a project, you look at your budget. When the money is not there, you don't do it. So it's not that we do big concerts and now we wait for the gate and that's how we pay our people, because I think that's a mistake that a lot of event organizers make. We try to get the money beforehand. So we calculate, like, we can only embark on a project if the money is in our bank. So if the sponsor is there, if whether that's a donor, whether that's a corporate, the money to do it has to be there, and then we do it.
Exactly. And you had mentioned earlier about the sound in motion workshop. Could you explain it a little bit more? What is it all about, the sound in motion workshop?
Well, the Sound in Motion workshop was really founded under the Sawa Festival, because each year we do the Sawa Festival, whatever artists we get from local or regionally and the international artists, we always bring them together in jam sessions and in learning workshops, so they learn a lot from one another. Then one year, that was like 3-4 years ago, the artists said we want to continue this because they found a platform, they really learned from that. So now we bring them together like once a month, and then there's many subjects, and then we partner also with other people. Like we partner with Hennessy when Talib Kweli was here, for example. He came to the Sarakasi Dome. We did a sound and motion workshop, and he spoke with them about his own career and his own challenges, and he gave them a lot of advice. So each time there's something that we can bring to the table so they can empower themselves.
And it's amazing what your organization is doing by letting the young people control the whole organization, not having them to be pushed around and everything. Looking at the curriculum of this country, do you think it allows space for self experience and letting people do things by themselves?
Definitely. We strongly believe in ownership, and we strongly believe in giving people tasks so they can do it. You can learn, everybody can learn. Yes, this is a model that really works. It's not top down. It's very much from bottom up, and there's a management system that everybody is equal, and then everybody can empower themselves. So if you have ownership of what you do, and if you have a stake in it, of course you want to help it grow. And that's how we've been doing it.
And then the audience building program, could you explain it a little more? Because when it comes to audience building program, you know that not so many Kenyans appreciate art that much as it should be. How do you do this?
Yeah, This whole audience building program, we've been running it already for many, many years. For example, when we wanted to put the dome into the market, we did these Forgotten Fridays, which I think we did for like 2 years, where every Friday we did an activation. We did not make much money with it, but it placed the dome and our artists into the market, and it was yet again another platform where people could come and see and appreciate art. So whenever we do an activation, there would always be either our acrobats or our dancers or both. And slowly, you do create an appreciation for these performing arts. And the whole audience building program is built around our own cultural agenda, and of course, which accumulates at the end of the year with the Sawa Festival. And we have built up a following. People know us. People know the Sarakasi dancers. People know the Sarakasi acrobats, and know the products and the platform that we have.
Can young people say, for young people who are, say, event organizers who want to invest in what you guys are doing, can they do it independently as partners, not as part of the group? Can they register for that? Anyway.
Yes, of course. I mean, we're very open. We're a very organically formed organization. For example, the Wapi Wapi dancers, the Wapi Wapi crew,
Wapi Wapi.
that was founded under Sarakasi, but they became independent, and we helped them. They did their own thing, and then, you know, that's great. And if ever they would need us with extra training or with space, or they can come, it's not a problem.
Wonderful.
So in that way, we work with other groups.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what is it that you guys need the government to do to just give you that push and make things even more than what you have been doing?
Well,
is there anything that the government can do?
I must say, as Sarakasi, the government always has been helpful. We have been working with the Ministry of Culture and the Department of Culture with the exchanges with China, for example, the acrobat exchanges, or when it came to licenses or special permits, or whenever. I remember once when we did the Sawa Festival, and Baba Mal came in, there was a problem with the visa, so the whole group was detained at the airport, and the Ministry of the Department of Culture really helped us. So in that way, they have been helpful. But of course, the government can do more. Youth should be high and is high on the government's agenda. I think Sarakasi has been here for many years, and it has proven to be a very solid organization with very solid structure, with a very transparent way of working. And we could help the government, and the government could help us to push that youth agenda. I mean, Sarakasi would like to go into the counties, would like to do much more. I mean, yes, we are very well known, and we do many projects here in Nairobi and in Mombasa, but there is so much more what we can do, and with the help of the government, that is very possible.
That's true.
And Sarakasi, I think, since it's such a local organization with a very African identity, very Kenyan identity, the government could even sponsor us, I think. You know,
it's true. It should sponsor.
It should. Not only us, but also like-minded organizations who do work with Kenyan youth, because we do work for them in a way. Yeah.
It's true. So what's the 5-year plan for Sarakasi? Like, what's the plan for the future, especially for the youth?
Well, of course, we're working towards self-sustainability as an organization, and then we keep doing what we're doing, and that's what we're doing best, is like, you know, getting these youth, work with them, making them independent art practitioners, because they can do that, and also giving them the self-esteem and the power and the tools to do that, because we do not tie artists onto us. Everybody's free to come and to go, but we've seen what we've been doing, and if we keep doing that, then even if it would be a drop in the ocean, I think it's a bucket into the ocean actually. But it is effective, and we want to keep doing that, and we also want our product to become better. And that also means, like, we have to keep reinventing ourselves. So that's not only like, we don't stagnate, we have to grow even as an art form, and we're doing that. The way we work with our artists, but also the way we empower our trainers, and we expose our trainers to, so they also become better trainers.
Exactly. Exactly. A wonderful talk with you, Marion. It was wonderful having you here in our student Generation Y. Well, that's all we had time for today at Generation Y. Feel free to post your questions for our next show and what you'd like us to do, or if you want us to interview anyone on our show, feel free to post it on our Facebook page, TVC Kenya, or you can tweet us at Scott Cater on Twitter. Thank you very much for having tuned in. This has been Generation Y. We hope to see you on our next show. Have a good evening.